It's nomadicMadman. I'm in Eagle Nest, New Mexico, stopping here at the Eagle Nest Lake Visitor Center, State Park Visitor Center. Anyways, we can take a look around. Hang tight. It's nomadicMadman. I'm at the Eagle Nest Park Visitor Center. In the back, there's a little balcony to overlook. Well, it's not a balcony, it's just a little viewing area to view the lake. They also have a camera back here that I've been watching for years. And anyways, I always wanted to find out where that camera was and have them clean their lens. Just kidding. Anyways, I'm just gonna take some video of the lake now.
Years, I think I've probably seen one up close, and I've seen like legs or tail.
Up
They move
close?
quick.
How up close?
Probably 50 yards.
Really?
People have seen the movies and are afraid of them.
Yeah.
They go for four-leggeds and maybe a small child or a dog,
Yeah.
but they wouldn't go. The way they kill is like bite under the neck and go for the stomach. They don't know how to do that on a stepping up person.
Oh, that's good to know.
So,
That would be my biggest fear.
well, the people that get in trouble, they get between them and food or get between them and their kid.
Got it.
I mean, if you're a mom, you might not think you'd beat me up, but if I start to use them with your kids,
Sure.
you become all over me.
Yeah.
Same thing with them, except they're incredibly fast.
Were these actually caught here?
No, not here in particular. The mountain lion was taken illegally by a hunter. The bear was hit by a truck.
Oh,
And we're not sure what happened with the bobcat.
well, I have bobcats in my own backyard, so.
Yeah, right. I mean,
Yeah.
I lived in a town in Texas, and we had one that was in our little neighborhood park. And for the longest time, it didn't have this kind of coloration. Its color was close to what that door was.
Yeah, ours are more like, they look like just really big house cats.
Yeah, they did. But then when you see that little bobtail, I mean, look at the tail of this thing, it's all that long.
Okay.
Whereas with a mountain lion, their tail is almost as long as their body.
Wow.
You know, it is huge. And that one I can set the head on my shoulder and the tail roots all the way down to the ground, so it gives you a tail and body length together.
Huh.
Do you mind if I record you?
I'm sorry?
Do you mind if I record you?
Fine.
Okay.
I don't know if I say anything all that great, but yeah. Pronghorn, or some people call them antelope.
Okay.
One thing people don't really realize is, look at the horn. You can see it's actually made out of hair-like material. Touch into where the break is, and you can see it's got hairish type material.
Huh.
in that.
Well, that's curious.
And they do also.
Are they the same type as in Wyoming?
Yes. Well, close relatives.
Okay.
Pronghorn and antelope are like different species, subspecies of the same creature.
Okay.
But the horn itself is actually hollow.
Oh, okay.
Oh, wow.
Again,
While
if
they're
you look on
alive,
that,
it's
you
hollow?
can see just that little bit of fuzz.
Yeah.
But it's like human hair with keratin from your fingernails.
Okay.
That's basically what it is.
Even when they're alive, it's hollow? Or?
Yes.
Oh, wow.
Well, not hollow. Here's one. People try and tell me this thing looks demonic, but
Oh, I see. There's a structure inside of them. Okay.
right. And that's what it would be looking like, but as it's come off.
I got you.
But yeah, you look at that, and I've had people like, what is that? No, I'm not. Well, we have what we call black bear. And this is what most people think of the hide, but depending on just their particular genetic strain and also their age, you can see you've got a blondish bear hair.
Yeah.
Same species as this, but like, you know, you got lighter hair, I got darker hair. Or I
Yeah.
used to have darker hair.
I've run
So-
into a black bear before.
Right.
I hope to never do that again.
Well, I had worked in, right outside of Santa Fe at Hyde Memorial State Park. And I actually lived on site there, at which point I woke up one day and there was something scuffling out in my yard, and I stepped out.
Yeah.
And there was this beautiful blonde bear. I mean, he scampered off, and I kind of stepped back in the house and shut the door, and okay, he's gone. But they will go all the way from this to that.
Wow.
So they start out black and then
They,
cut that?
well, it changes. I mean, it's like a lot of kids are born blondish,
Yeah,
and then they darken, and I
Yeah.
think that's kind of what happens to a lot.
got it.
But just like I said, look at you. You got blondish
Oh,
hair.
yeah. My kids were all towheads.
Right.
Now they're dark brown, so.
Right.
Yeah. So we were hiking around Jenny's Lake up in Wyoming, and there was a black bear just sitting there
Mhm.
eating, minding his own business. And my husband went on the trail first, and then he noticed it, and then I was on the other side, and I look around the corner, he goes, shh, and then he points, and there's a bear, but the bear's eating, he's not,
Mhm.
he's like, and then my husband goes, bring me the cat, and I said, I don't think so.
Yeah.
As part of one of the programs.
So you worked at the scout camp?
Yeah, with 1979, 1980, it was backpacking instructor. Into working in New Mexico.
How far is that from here? My boys went to Oklahoma a few times.
That mountain.
Okay.
Yeah, I can remember growing up with a kid looking down and you could see the lake.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So that mountain is part of the,
It's Baldy. Yeah, Baldy and Saddle.
That one's Baldy.
Touch Me Not. Yeah, Baldy, and then you get the saddle over, and the one that's a little bit shorter is Touch Me Not.
okay.
Okay. It's back up and running though, the camp, because I thought it had some fire damage, something.
It did,
Okay.
but I mean, it's 54 miles long and like 30 miles wide in places. So it went through in 2011. There was a little bit of that done.
Okay.
So which one's Touch Me Not? It's the,
Okay, look for the taller one, and then the one kind of off to the side that's shorter is Touch Me Not.
okay, and it's on the left side of the freeway, or the highway?
Well, the road goes down to the side here.
Okay.
There it goes, and then over to this side.
Oh, so it's on the right side?
Mhm.
Okay,
Yeah, they're both on the right side of 64.
okay.
And actually 64 runs right through the middle because there's some, what they call the North Country that's back on this side.
The North 50?
Yeah, 50, no, 64 highway, but I'm saying there's a chunk of land
Okay,
that's divided by the highway, and then you have, U Park, which is just a small retirement community that's kind of there in the middle.
okay.
But it was a cattle ranch for Reed Phillips many years ago, many years ago.
Of Phillips 66?
Right. I mean, they do have more information on that, but you'd have to go there. It's been too long since I worked there. I don't think.
At the Philmont Scout Ranch?
Mhm.
Oh,
You can go into their base camp area, and this time they're not real worried about it. You know, when you got kids there, you gotta check in and show ID and